I love commentary videos. I really do. I think it's such a good way to learn about people, culture, and in that way, ourselves as well. And every time I open YouTube now, I keep seeing the same name over and over again, Clara Dao. And the titles are crazy. Clara Dao has gone too far. Clara Dao is a hypocrite. Clara Dao has fell off. I'm not a fan. I have never watched her content honestly before this. And so I was intrigued. I was like, oh my god, she must have done something really wrong, like killed someone's cat or something. So I clicked and watched, and she just got a boob job and started an OnlyFans. That's it. Okay, let's be fair and break it down. Clara Dao has built her platform based on body positivity, self-love, especially for flat-chested women. That's important context. And over time, her content kind of shift to more lifestyle. And when she was in a relationship, a bit more couples content. And recently, she got a boob job and started an OnlyFans. So people felt betrayal because she no longer lived up to the image that she once represented. So that's the situation, and now here's my take. The outrage is disproportionate. Let's start there because that's the part that confused me the most. Like, the level of outrage does not match what's actually happening here. Okay, she got a boob job and started an OnlyFans. When judging by the title from someone who has never watched her content, I genuinely thought she committed a crime or something. Like, I genuinely think she scammed people with her influence, or she abused someone in her real life, or killed someone's cat. But no, like, she just got a boob job and started an OnlyFans. That's it. And I need everybody to take a step back here. Like, we are living in 2026. Cosmetic procedures are not rare. On the contrary, it's actually very mainstream. People you see every day, whether online or in real life, celebrity, influencers, or even your colleagues and friends and family, they might have gotten something done or is thinking about or will be getting something done, whether it be fillers or Botox or like under the knife surgeries. It's not some scandal, it's not something that is like unethical underground practice. Also, OnlyFans is not new anymore, and there are millions of creators on that platform. So when I see people saying like she has gone too far, like, too far to where? Compare to what? Because in the grand scheme of life, the universe and also the internet, these are not extreme behavior. I wouldn't say normal, but I would say it's common and it's not extreme. So I think the outrage here is not over actual harm, but just discomfort because she is not the Clara that you guys are used to and once loved. But you guys are dressing it up like it's something deeper than that, which is not. Like, I have sat and watched so many of this video of like commentary creators judging her. Like, a woman getting a boob job and started an OnlyFans is not something to fuss over, at least not on the level that I'm seeing here. And in a world where men literally get away with cheating, abusing, unaliving people, especially women, and you have islands built for men to commit those sad crimes, and you have politicians eating literal babies and children, and we recently just discovered a Telegram group where 62 million men are in there discussing how and sharing videos on how to drug and rape women. But you guys didn't comment on that. You guys didn't create content on that. You guys didn't fuss over it. I don't see you guys talking about it. But no, no. Let's be mad over a woman getting a boob job and started an OnlyFans. You don't own her identity. Let's talk about this betrayal narrative because I think we need to be very careful about this parasocial relationship. I keep seeing people saying like, oh, she has changed. She's not who she used to be. She's not real anymore. Like, yeah, no shit. She started YouTube like back when she was 19 and 20. People change. That's not a scandal. That's just c'est la vie. And the real issue is a lot of you didn't just watch her, you guys attach something to her. She became a symbol, a representation, confident womanhood that you guys look up to. But here's the part that you guys don't want to hear. You don't get the right to freeze her into the version that you guys love watching the most and leveraging your viewership to guilt trip someone to staying their past version because that's what you guys like the most. She's not a character in your story. She does not exist just to be a supporting evidence that you could also love yourself. She is a real person living her own life. Just because she built her platform on self-love and body positivity doesn't mean that she signed a contract like, I shall never change, evolve, or contradict myself. It's not realistic, it's control. And in reverse, it's just as toxic, like asking an overweight body positivity influencer to never lose weight so that overweight people have something to rely on when it comes to building self-confidence. And she has created content along the line that you don't need to change a thing. You're perfect just the way you are. So you should love yourself. But while like couples content creator break up all the time, should they just stay together even though they're not happy? Just so that you guys can have hope in finding real love still? And the internet does this thing where they put women on a pedestal, and when they don't act according to that pedestal, they fell off it. You guys crucify that woman. Not that they did something wrong, but they don't act the way that you want them to anymore. Internalized misogyny and the hypocrisy behind it. Now let's talk about the double standard because it's loud and it's uncomfortable. A lot of this criticism is coming from women, which makes it so much worse because as women we know how bad and how it feels to have our bodies, our choices, how we represent ourselves to be judged and policed on. We complain about it all the time, and rightfully so. When a woman makes a choice that doesn't align with our own personal values, we turn into the same system that we hate so much. Now let's compare this properly. Men also get things done, like hair transplant, jaw fillers, and steroids. How do other men react? They hype other men up like, dude, you look so good. You have a handful of hair now. And this is the part that really annoys me the most because women are not expected to just exist, but we have to be perfect, like morally perfect. Every single thing that a woman does has to be justified, empowering, supporting a greater good for the society, and meaningful. Or else, it's a problem. Let me give you an example that still pisses me off to this day. Remember that all-female crew that went to space and the internet tore them apart?
What is the purpose of this? This is not empowering. Like, she did not deserve to go to space.
Deserve. They use the word deserve. A woman has to be Mother Teresa just to do something cool or fun. But men will literally just do things because they can. For fun, for ego, or for no reason at all. And what happens? They get praised. Like, look how many rockets Elon Musk has launched. And like, nobody was questioning, like, what was the reason for this? Is this empowering? Is he setting an example and being a good role model? No. Everybody was hyping that up, like,
oh my god, he's so cool. He's such an innovator. That man is a visionary.
but when women do anything, we have to pass a moral checklist. It's not enough that she made a personal choice to her body. She didn't even like convince her follower to do the same, or she didn't really encourage people to do that. She made it specifically that this is not for everyone. But no, that's not enough for you that she only did it for herself. It has to be empowering in the right way, aligned with your values, consistent with her past, but also beneficial to the society and also approved by the internet. And no human being, men or women, can live up to that level of scrutiny without eventually failing. Because that's not standard. That's a trap. That's control. They get punished, scrutinized, and tore down. Not because they did something wrong, because they are no longer representing a perfect image of herself. The part we need to clock, because if your support for women only exists when they are acting with the version that you like the most, that's not empowerment, that's control rebranded. And the OnlyFans conversation, I am so tired of it. Like, they are just uncomfortable with women taking control of their body, taking control of their narrative, and monetizing over the objectification from men, because it exists whether she participate in OF or not. The difference is now she's choosing to monetize it. Discomfort does not equal wrongdoing. Body autonomy and the hypocrisy behind it. Let's actually talk about body autonomy for a second, because I think as women we really want to live by the words my body, my choice for real. But now what I'm seeing from those commentary video is saying your body, your choice, as long as I approve of it. That's not how autonomy works. You don't get to support women's freedom when it comes to their bodily rights, but only according to your personal values. That's not how it works. The moment that a woman is doing something that you personally don't like, you're saying like,
She's setting a bad example. This is harmful to her young audience. She is regressing.
so does this woman have bodily autonomy or not? Because you cannot go around saying like, don't police women's body and turn around and police another woman's body. And let's zoom out for a second, because we're literally living in an era where women's body are legislated, debated in court, and controlled by the law. We have to fight for our basic bodily rights like basically every day. And in that same world, you are online, typing paragraph, making video, telling another woman whether she should or shouldn't do what to her body, her own body. Do you not see how backwards it is? And this is the uncomfortable part. Like, a lot of people love to say like, I support body positivity, but honestly, what they're saying or not saying is that I support body positivity only if it's natural and to my liking. But the moment somebody says, I accept myself, but still, I would like to change something, suddenly body autonomy is not valid anymore. They don't have it anymore. They don't deserve it anymore. Was it ever really about freedom, or was it control disguised as self-acceptance, empowerment? Controlling the type of woman that you are comfortable with seeing online. Because real autonomy is you can love your body and doesn't change it, or you can still change it. You can reject the beauty standard, or you can participate with it. Both are still valid choices when it comes to women having the freedom to do whatever they want to their bodies. She is not responsible for raising her audience. This argument where, oh, she has a big following of young women, she should set an example. What you guys are saying is she should make life choices based on how it would affect strangers on the internet. Being a creator myself, I am not responsible of, like, I have no control over who follows me. You're asking a creator, someone you don't know personally, to maintain this perfect image for years just so that you can make sure that your child or someone else's child doesn't feel confused about life or make the wrong choices. Does it sound fair to you? If a young person is basing their entire self-esteem on an influencer and making major life decisions because of a YouTuber, that's not an influencer or creator problem. That's a parenting problem. Like, if you're one of those parents blaming the influencer, take some goddamn responsibility in your children's behavior. Yes, influencer influence, but they're not responsible for raising you, shaping your identity, taking that burden or responsibility when you make major life choices. Expecting influencer to carry that responsibility while never changing as a human being, that's not fair, that's not realistic, and I think it all comes back to control. People doesn't just want Clara to exist. They want her to exist as the version that is stable and aligned with their personal values and useful to them. At the end of the day, the situation says more about her audience than her. Honestly, I feel like people are projecting, overreacting, and just looking for something to be mad about. I'm not even a fan. I'm not here to defend every single thing that she does. If in the future she does do something harmful, that's a separate conversation. But based on what we're seeing right now, this backlash is blown way out of proportion. She didn't hurt anyone. She didn't scam her followers. Didn't kill someone's cat. She just stopped being the version of her past self that people enjoyed and were comfortable with. And apparently, that's going too far. Anyway, here's my take. You can disagree. That's okay. That's life. Or you can log off, check in on the woman in your life, and just let people live, especially women. We are going through more than enough.